In the Armenian capital, Yerevan, nationalist protesters rallied outside the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as the co-chairs of the OSCE Minsk group arrived from Azerbaijan. Protesters accused the American, Russian, and French mediators of increasing tensions between Armenia and Azerbaijan over the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh region instead of helping preserve peace. The demonstration was organized by the youth wing of the nationalist Dashnak Sutun Party, or Armenian Revolutionary Federation. In Bosnia-Herzegovina, officials and ordinary citizens laid flowers at a memorial in the Markale market in Sarajevo to commemorate the 20th anniversary of a wartime massacre. On February 5, 1994, during the siege of the Bosnian capital by Bosnian Serb forces, shells hit the crowded market, killing 68 civilians and wounding 144. In Kazakhstan, police detained an environmental activist protesting against the launch of Russian rockets from the Baikonur Space Center. Activists have been protesting for weeks outside the Kazakh Space Agency in the capital, Astana, to demand the suspension of all rocket launches using highly toxic fuel known as Geptil. A Russian rocket crashed near the Space Center in July, causing what nearby residents said was a dangerous fuel spill. In the Pakistani capital, Islamabad, hundreds of activists rallied on Kashmir Solidarity Day, a show of support for residents of the Indian-controlled part of the disputed region. Supporters of religious parties called for self-determination for Kashmiris and chanted, "Kashmir will become Pakistan." The region, which is divided between India and Pakistan, has been the source of conflict between the two countries since their independence in 1947. Also in Pakistan, Shiite students in Peshawar voiced their anger after a deadly bombing at a Shiite mosque. The students demanded that the government take action to rein in militant groups who have targeted Shia in several recent attacks. The latest attack on February 4th, believed to be a suicide bombing, killed 9 people and injured more than 50. In the Afghan capital, Kabul, a political front led by former Interior Minister Ali Ahmad Jalali announced its support for presidential candidate Ashraf Ghani Ahmadzai in the upcoming election. The political grouping includes many politicians with ties to Western organizations, including Ahmadzai, a former finance minister who has worked at the World Bank. A total of 11 candidates are running in April's presidential election. In Moscow, an activist held a one-man demonstration to protest the arrest of a civil society activist who reported on the environmental damage from the massive construction for the Sochi Winter Olympics. Yevgeny Vitishko was jailed for 15 days on charges of hooliganism for swearing in public. One-person protests are common in Russia to avoid arrest for unauthorized demonstrations. In Belarus, an international book fair has brought together more than 600 participants from 26 countries. A stand set up by the U.S. Embassy presented some of the best examples of classic American comic books under the motto, "Know America with the help of comics." And that's the video roundup from Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty.